What's up guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a tier list for all the operators in the game in Year 9 Season 3. And there's going to be no cuts whatsoever. First up, Ace. Ace is an S tier operator. Ace is S tier. He has one of the best guns in the game. He has a good ability for long range hard breaching. He has claymores and hard breach charges, he's pretty good. Alibi, B tier. I think Alibi's gun, yeah, in my opinion Alibi's gun is really good, and her ability's quite good if you place it in the right spots. Amaru, B tier. Amaru's really good when you don't expect her rushing into sight, but then if you expect it, then she's not that good. But normally you don't expect it. If you do it 2 times in a row, then it's not that good. Aruni, B tier, B tier. Her side ability that she can make rotates with a melee, that's just so good, and her ability's pretty good. It's not that good, but it's pretty good. And Ash, S tier. Having the R4C as a 3-speed, in my opinion, is just so good, bro. And also, her ability is just really good for, like, for fragging out. Azami, S tier. Top 3 operator in the game, bro. Azami is so good. You can just make such good angles, and you can just block off so many areas. Bandit, S tier. Bandit is better than Kate in my opinion because you can just bandit trick, and if you know how to bandit trick properly and really well, then it's like pretty much impossible for them to get the wall. Blackbeard, F tier. His ability slows him down so much, and his shield is just terrible, bro. It's like one hit, and yeah, he's just terrible. He has DMRs, alright. His AR is so bad in my opinion. Blitz, S tier. Every shield operator, like Monty and Blitz, sorry, and Clash don't count as a shield operator for now what I'm talking about, because Monty and Blitz are so good. I guess they count as shield ops, but for what I'm talking about right now, they don't count. Monty and Blitz is so good. You can just run up to people and melee them, especially he's like a 3-speed or a 2-speed, I think, and you can just use your flash grenade that's on your shield. It's so good, bro. Brava, situational. I feel like you can just use Flores if you want to destroy it, like you just, or make it theirs. I feel like making it theirs isn't really that good. Like, they'll just run up to it and destroy it. Like, they'll just destroy it, you know? I don't think there's much point of it. You can just go Flores, but then Flores doesn't really last for as long. And you can't, like, get cams and stuff. So, yeah, Brava's better than Flores, actually, yeah. I understand why you'd go Brava instead of Flores. B tier. Brava's pretty decent, though. Buck, S tier, bro. In my opinion, Buck is so good. Like, he's just so fast paced. He has flashbangs, like fast paced with his ability. You could just run up to a barricade, shoot it twice, go through the barricade, and just breach stuff. Make so many rotations. It's so good. Um, Capital B tier has a really good gun in my opinion, and his ability is pretty good for like area control and stuff. Yeah, especially the fire is good for area control. The smoke grenades are good for like planting and placing them so people can't see through the area and stuff. Castle, A or B tier. His gun's not really that good because its fire rate's really slow, but it's good. It has ACOG and it does a good amount of damage, but its fire rate's not the best. So the gun would be like probably B tier from F to S tier. But he does have a secondary shotgun, which is good for rotates. His gadgets aren't really that good. I'm thinking B, A tier. B tier, B tier. Caveira, when you get the interrogations off, it's so good, bro. Caveira's so good when you get the interrogations off, but when not, she's still pretty good, but really good when you get the interrogations off. Clash, if you know how to play her and like stay far range so people don't come up to you and melee you, then she's good. And also if they don't use Nomad, because Nomad counters her. I'll put Clash at B tier. Deimos S tier, you can just like track them and see where they are at all times. It's so good in my opinion. Doc S tier, just you can heal you and your teammates to 4 HP. ACOG with the MP5 and P90, Bailiff rotates, he's just so good in my opinion. Dokkaebi, A tier. I feel like she's not really that good anymore. In my opinion, the nerf didn't make her that much worse. I just feel like she's not really that good anymore, you know? Cause like I guess it's good for roam clearing, but yeah, if you're on site, it doesn't really do that much unless you're like holding an angle and they like hear where you are. But yeah, when you're roaming and Dokkaebi calls you, it's good for Dokkaebi. She's still good. She's still good. She has SMG 12 and Boss G, but she's not S tier anymore in my opinion. Echo A tier. When you stun someone with Echo, not stun someone, concuss someone, I think it's called. When you use the Echo drone and shoot at someone, I think that's called stunning them or concussing them. I don't know. It's really good in my opinion. Also, it's ACOG as well now when it's gone. Ella D tier. I feel like her ability isn't that good. Like it doesn't really do that much, you know. Fenrir S tier. His ability is just so good, and also his bailiff rotates. Like his ability is so good. You just walk in and you can't see anything, bro. You can just see purple smoke unless someone's really close to you. B tier. I feel like no, C B tier. The revive thing is quite good, but it's kind of situational. Like I had a game earlier today that they revived me, and then I ran up and walked away, which was good. But I feel like normally when you get knocked, they just fully eliminate you. And also, it doesn't really heal for that much. So, I'm gonna put Finker at C tier. You know what? No. I'll put Finker at C tier, yeah. Flores, destroying utility. It's just that 10-second timer. And his drone, I feel like it's slow. I feel like it's slower than other drones. But that might just be me feeling like it's slower than other drones. I don't know if it actually is. But that 10-second timer isn't that good. I'll put Flores at C tier. Frost A tier, bro. Frost is so good. Didn't mean to put Frost at C tier. Frost is so good. Secondary shotgun. Good gun with ACOG. Frost mats are just so good, bro. As well, like you just get knocked. And also, if you self-revive, then you like start limping and you like groan a lot, so they'll probably hear it. And also you can just finish them if you hear it and if you know where they are. You can just like finish them, fully eliminate them is what I mean after they get hit by the frost mat. Fuse B tier, good for destroying utility whilst playing Vert. Glaz is so underrated, bro. I'm thinking A or B tier. Glaz is so good. You could just throw your smoke grenades down. He's only good on some sites in my opinion, and then just like look through them and just get eliminations. And he has the Gone 6 as well to get rid of like castle barricades and stuff. And like utility, I'm thinking B tier. B tier. Goyo A tier. He has Vector, which is one of the best guns in the game, with ACOG. And also his ability is just so good as well for like area control and just like playing time and stuff and just like stopping them from walking into sight. Gridlock. If Nomad was in the game, Gridlock would probably be B tier. Gridlock's so shit in my opinion. Not that shit, but her ability's not really good. It doesn't really do that much damage. It's bad for flank watch in my opinion. It's bad for flank watch in my opinion. It just doesn't really do much, you know. You can just like destroy it easily, just walk through it. Nomad's better. If Nomad was in the game again, she'll probably be B tier. Grim A tier. He's so good for like intel and map control, bro. Habana. I use Habana a lot to get like hatches and shit. When they're playing downstairs, I play support sometimes and go Habana and just get hatches. And also Habana's just a pretty good hard breacher from long range, especially when you're getting hatches, because she can get 4 hatches if they're all reinforced, and if they're not, then she can get more. In my opinion, Iana fell off, bro. If you're playing in a stack, you can give comms with the Iana clones, but if not, then she's not really that good in my opinion. I'll put her at B tier. She does have the G36E. She is good, like that's why I put her at B tier, but she's not that good as she used to be. IQ. Oh shit, this is hard. If you go under sight and like destroy the water now, it's good. And also like with Scopus being in the game now, you can like track their idle robot. Like you can see it if it's in the range. And I feel like she's pretty good. You can ping stuff for your teammates. She's not that good. I'll put her at C tier. Jackal's pretty good. B tier. You can just scan people's footsteps. Also, what I used to do quite a bit, I don't really do it much anymore. You can play vert with Jackal. You can use your shotgun, make vert holes, and scan their feet. That's pretty good in my opinion to do. Jaeger's better than Wamai in my opinion, because like they don't detonate after you catch it, and also like he shoots it like the Jaeger ADS. I'm pretty sure they're called ADSs. It shoots it, then it recharges. It keeps recharging. I'm not even kidding. Jaeger's quite good in my opinion. What I mean by not even kidding, people don't normally think he's that good, but I feel like he's quite good in my opinion. I'm pretty sure normally people would put Jaeger at like B, C tier, but I would put Jaeger at A tier. Cade, Waldenau, getting hatches, putting them in good spots. It's really good in my opinion. Callie's good for getting Waldenau and going from far range. Um, yeah, like after you get the breach, you could go from far range on what's it called? Coastline. You can go from a long range, use the 12 times zoom. It's pretty good. You can destroy utility. It's not that good though. I'm probably gonna put Callie at C tier. If they ban Thatcher, Callie's quite good though. Capcan, if you know how to place the traps on the way that they wouldn't look, that they're probably not going to look, then it's really good. And if you place them low down, it's good, in my opinion. His gun's quite decent. He doesn't have anything for rotate, so which is a bit of a downside, but a lot of the defenders don't have that. And he has a good pistol, and I think it's the best pistol in the game, apart from Damos's. I'm pretty sure. And he has a C4. I'll put Capcan at A tier. Legion, S tier. The intel that you have on Legion, you can just place them like all around site. You can place them on stairs as well, not even inside. You can place them wherever you want, and you can just get that thing on the side of your screen around here where my mouse thingy is, and you can hear it as well, depending on how far away it is. And he has a shotgun for rotates, T5 SMGs. I love that gun. It's so good in my opinion. And 2 speed to health, that's my preferred thing, or 3 speed, you know. Yeah. S tier. Lion, you can just stand still, bro. Like, I feel like Lion isn't even that good. I'm thinking E. You know what? Fine. D tier. He has a DMR and an AR. That's pretty good. Like his AR and DMR is pretty good. Maestro. You can kind of just like shoot it. He has a decent LMG. You can kind of just like shoot the Maestro cam when it's shooting you, but then you can just look up fast when they try and melee it and stuff. I feel like he's good. He's not really that good. Sometimes it works. I'll put him at C tier. Maverick, A tier. Maverick's just so good, bro. He can get a breach without like anyone else's help. He can do it alone. And the Maverick holes are good, bro. You can just like look through them. But the defenders do have an advantage if you look through it, because they can like, you're looking all around sight and they're only looking at one Maverick hole, so they can just shoot easily. If there's a lot though, it's quite good in my opinion. Yeah, you could get the breach as well. Also, you can use the Maverick torch to get the breach, and then it makes it soft, like gets rid of the reinforcement if you do it right, and then you can like soft breach it as well. Malusi, I'll put Malusi at um I might post a tier list on TikTok, yeah. Um okay, Malusi. Malusi in my opinion would be um probably A tier. Malusi's really good in my opinion. No, S tier. Impact grenades, shotgun for rotates, good gun, 4 banshees for area control and intel. It's really good in my opinion. Mirror S tier. You can see through somewhere where the other people can't. It's just really good in my opinion. Monty S tier. Monty's the second best operator in the game. I'll tell you who's number 1 soon. Monty can fully extend his shield so they can't shoot him whatsoever as long as you're holding it at the right angle. And also he can run up to people and melee them. He's just so good in my opinion as well. He's just so good. Monty and Blitz just really good and need a nerf in my opinion. Mozzie's not really that good. Mozzie's gun's quite decent, but like no thing to make rotates, which again a lot of defenders don't have that. And also the ability isn't that good. Like, normally when they see a Mozzie pest, they'll just like probably just go away from it, or if they get captured by it, you can use it as a drone. So I feel like it's not that bad, but it's not the best. I'm thinking B, C tier. I'll put Mozzie at B tier. No, C tier. Mute S tier. This is the best operator in the game, in my opinion. Let me tell you why. Counters every single operator in the game. If you're wondering how it counters every single operator in the game, every attacker has two drones, at least two drones, the one in the prep phase and the one in the action phase. You can just place your mute jammers down and they can't get their drones to there, and if they go close enough to the mute jammer, it'll just like make them so they can't use their drone anymore. And also, he counters other operators even more with like more drones and other electronics as well. If he counters more other operators with electronics as their ability, and like gadgets and stuff like claymores, thermite charges, Brava drones, Flores drones, so much stuff. He has wall denial as well. That's a really good thing about him. He has a shotgun, in my opinion, the best shotgun of the game. Maybe the Supernova's better. SMG-11, the best or the second best secondary in the game, in my opinion. Maybe the SMG-12 is better. He has a C4 as well. The only thing that's somewhat bad about him is that he's a 3 health 1 speed, I'm pretty sure. But that's not that bad. That doesn't like necessarily make an operator bad. It's just, I feel like 3 healths aren't really that good. As good. But it doesn't make the operator bad again. Again, it doesn't make the operator bad. S tier though, best operator in the game. Knock. The update makes it so she does not drain her ability at all while she moves, but when she does do actions that drain her ability, it drains really fast and it takes a long time to regenerate, so I'll put Knock at B tier. Nomad, best flank watch operator in the game. Literally, you just place it on top of a door or anything. If they see it, then they'll shoot it. You'll probably hear that. And then if they run into it, it makes a big bang. It goes like boom, and then you hear it. I don't know, I can't really make the noise of it, but yeah. She has a good gun, option between 2 good guns as well. Flashbangs, I think it's hard breach charges that Knock also has. Not Knock, Nomad also has. But flashbangs, yeah, just the best flank watch operator in the game, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, so, sorry, I didn't say where I'd put Knock, B tier, and Nomad S tier. Oryx, fuck. Oryx is really good. No, sorry, not really good. He's really good at counting shield operators, that's what I meant. But if they're not using shield operators, he's not that good. I use them sometimes in 1v1s to set up site really quickly because I like setting up site fully, and 45-second prep phase setting up site alone is a bit hard sometimes. So he sets up site quickly, so I sometimes use him in 1v1s. But yeah, he's not really that good. He's really good for counting shield operators, so he's situational. If there's no shield operators, then I don't think he's that good in my opinion. D tier, because he's situational. Osa, C tier. Sorry, I meant to put Oryx at D tier. Osa, C tier. Osa, her ability is quite bad in my opinion. There's so many things that counter it. Impact grenades, C4s, you can melee the front of it, then they can't see through it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can. And then, like, you can just move around and then they can just run at you and melee it. You know, it's not really that good. You can just run at them. Yeah, she's not really that good in my opinion. Her guns are pretty decent though. I'll put Osa at D tier actually. Pulse. Okay, Pulse. You can go in like. Okay, how do I explain this? This is a strategy that I do sometimes. When I'm playing on a site where there's upstairs and the roof is soft, what I'll sometimes do is just stay below, like at the site, and just hold my scanner looking up at the roof, and then when I see someone, I'll C4 them, ping them and C4 them, or just C4 them. He has a sort of decent gun. I feel like the fire rate's not too good. It's not really that good. He has a C4, yeah. That's like the main strategy I do with him. I feel like if you're not doing that strategy, he's not that good. And yeah, I don't think he's really that good in my opinion. He's D tier, yeah. Ram, best vert operator in the game, bro. Yeah, best vert operator in the game. Let me tell you why. You can activate the boogie. It has a long range, decent area of effect, and R4C, in my opinion, probably the best gun in the game. And you can play vert, and then if you can look around for somebody flanking you whilst the auto breach is going off, and also even if you're not playing vert, it's still pretty good, but it's best for playing Furt in my opinion. It's still quite of a good ability because it makes a lot of noise and just causes chaos. Yes, Rook, we're just going to ignore the recruits. I don't know why they're there. They're not in the game anymore. Rook, D tier. No, sorry, D tier. His armor doesn't really do that much in my opinion, bro. Gives you an extra 20 health, lets you self-revive. I think it makes you bleed slower. I'm not too sure on that. He does have a good gun though with ACOG, MP5, ACOG, P90 with ACOG as well. And he's pretty good. No, I meant, sorry, he's pretty shit. Yeah, he's pretty shit. He's not that good in my opinion. And he's like 3 health, which makes him quite slow. That doesn't mean an operator's bad though. Sen's D tier. I feel like the AR's underrated. No, I'll put Sen's at C tier. No, D tier. I feel like Sen's isn't that good, bro. Because you can just destroy it easily with impact grenades or something. And yeah, C4s. And also, it's not really that good because you can't see through it. It kind of just makes a line, like a wall that you can't really see through. It is good for that warding can counter as well. It is good for like area control, for example. If there's a doorway here and there's a doorway here, and you want to go through this doorway here, you can just place a sense charge here and run through there without having to worry about that. But then they can just run through it and then come and eliminate you. The DMR's good. I feel like she's pretty good guns. I feel like the AR's underrated. Is it an LMG? It has pretty decent Mago isn't a word. Magazine size, I meant. Yeah. Yeah. I would put Sens at D tier. Yeah. But Sense is good for quick planting, that's why, and causing like chaos and stuff, so I'll put Sense at D tier, not any lower though. Sentry, E tier, maybe F tier, but the reason why I'm putting Sentry at D tier is there's a strategy where you do proximity alarm C4, and you place it on a soft floor, and you put the proximity alarm like under a window, and then a vaultable window, just normal window. So then when they vault through, the proximity alarm goes off, and you place a C4 under the floor so they don't hear it when they're walking through. Unless it's like a balcony or something, then I think they can hear it. Then you just detonate the C4 when the proximity alarm goes off, and that's a good strategy in my opinion. And yeah, Scopos. I feel like I've rarely ever seen Scopos being used since the start of the season, but Scopos is S tier in my opinion. Let me tell you why. If you're in a bad situation, you can literally just teleport to your other operator if you're in a bad spot. And also, if you're roaming and you just want to get back to site, just teleport, bro. It's so good in my opinion. You can literally just teleport around. You can teleport to your other operator. Thank you for the follow, bro. Sledge. Okay, hear me out here. E tier. If Buck wasn't in the game, Sledge would probably be B tier. You know what? That's a bit harsh. D tier. Let me tell you why. Buck literally just does a better job. Sledge is slower, 3 health. Buck's 2 speed to health. Buck's ability is just faster. You just take out your skeleton ticket, just shoot, and you can play vert with it. Same as Sledge, but you can play vert with it better. It's just faster and stuff. And you can just play faster with Buck. And yeah, Sledge is just slower, and yeah. And yeah. So yeah, he's just the worst version of Buck in my opinion. So yeah. If Buck wasn't in the game, then, which I wouldn't want Buck to be removed, I love Buck. If Sledge wasn't in the game, and if Buck wasn't in the game, Sledge would probably be B tier, A tier. Smoke, A tier. The reason why I'm not putting him at S tier is because, actually, I'm thinking. He has a really good ability for area control. I think Goya's probably better for area control. He has a really good loadout though, best, probably second best shotgun in the game, probably Supernova's better. SMG 11, same as Mute. C4, no he doesn't have C4, he has barbed wire, I think proxy, yeah, barbed wire proximity alarm, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he has C4, yeah. And his ability's good, but I feel like it's not that good, but it's quite good in my opinion. That's the reason why it's not S tier, because maybe if he added an extra one or it lasted for longer, then he'd be S tier, but Smoke is really good in my opinion. But not, probably not S tier. You know what? Fuck it, S tier. Smoke's good. Yeah, S tier. Solus, in my opinion, is pretty shit. E tier. Solus, what they did to her now, like what they did to her on the update, you can't even see what it is whilst you're... I'm not saying it's a bad update or anything. I'm just saying, like, you can't see what it is. You have to overclock, then you can see what it is, and you can see what the stuff is around you. So, yeah. In my opinion, they nerfed Solus. I think some people are saying they didn't, but yeah, I'll put Solus at E tier. I think some people said it was a buff in a way, but I don't really know why it's a buff in a way. I'd put Solus at E tier. You're not maybe D tier. P9 is pretty good, and SMG 11, and a primary shotgun. I'll put it at T tier. Tachanka, D tier. He's not that bad, but he's pretty shit. His LMG makes him really slow. He's a 3 health, which isn't that good. Again, that doesn't make an operator really bad though. But with his LMG, that makes him even slower. And also, you can use his SMG, which does have ACOG, which is good. But yeah, his ability doesn't really do much. Like, the fire doesn't do much damage, and it's not a big area. You can kind of just tank it, run through it. But it does kind of counter shield operators, because when you shoot it, it like moves the shield back. Like you're holding your shield, you go like this with it. Yeah, like the shield won't stay in front of you. So it's pretted good. I think if you're fully extended with Monty, it'll move a little bit, like maybe this, move a little bit. Instead of like this, it might go like this. But yeah, I'll put him at A tier. And his ability is just so clunky and just bad, in my opinion. It takes a long time to reload. Honestly, I'll put him at E tier actually. Striker, you can get main breaches or any breaches if it has wall denial, and you can use hard breach charges. So I would put him at. Let me see. Let me think. Yeah, he's not that good, but yeah, getting the breach with hard breach charges and getting rid of wall denial that impact EMPs isn't really that good because it makes a small hole. You can just go thermite and somebody else with wall denial, and you can just go under sight. And if the floor's soft, you can just get rid of the wall denial. That's kind of hard though. You can ping it with a drone, I guess, with thermite. So yeah, I feel like he's not really that good. And there are other gadgets that you can use with him, like other thingies, like different grenades you can use with him and stuff. But I feel like he's not really that good. Thatcher, S tier. You can just get rid of all the electronics. You're not A tier. No, B tier. No, B tier. You can get rid of all of the electronics in a range, and also it gets rid of the crosshair as well. That's an electronic, so it gets rid of the crosshair as well. I'm pretty sure it's an electronic. I think that's why it gets rid of the crosshair. And yeah, thermite best hard breacher in the game. I don't even think I have to explain, but I will anyway. His radius with his ability is so good. It explodes so much, bro, and he has a good gun as well. It's just good, bro. Thorn, good gun. Her ability's pretty shit. Unless you're using like it with Melusi, then it kind of slows them down. Barbed wire sort of does as well, but they can just destroy it. But yeah, barbed wire does slow them down, so it's good. But yeah, if you do like 3 thorn traps near each other, and then wherever they run to, there'll be a thorn trap, that's a pretty decent strategy. But if it doesn't work, then you kind of just wasted 3 thorn traps. Her ability is really hard to get eliminations with. I feel like it's good for intel though, because you can like hear where it goes off, and it comes up on the side of your screen where my mouse thingy is, that it went off. But yeah, yeah, Thunderbird E tier. Thunderbird's gun is pretty good. No secondary shotgun for rotates. Again, a lot of operators that on defense don't have that. And yeah, she's not really that good. I'll put her at E tier. You know what? Yeah, E tier. She's not really that good. Mainly because her ability heals for 15. If they buff the ability, what it heals for, like her stations, maybe the 30 might be too big of a buff. Actually, I don't feel like it would be 30. Then I think she'd maybe be B tier, C tier, maybe A tier, B tier, probably. But yeah, heals for 15 and 3, and she has 3 stations. Yeah, so she's pretty shit in my opinion. If she has a good SMG secondary though. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, she's pretty shit in my opinion. Two Brow, you can literally just, okay, S tier. You can literally just freeze the hard breach. It's mainly used to help someone bandit tricking or K tricking, so you can like freeze it and they've enough time to place down their bandit charges or Cade claws. I think they're called bandit charges. And yeah, and also you can just freeze stuff as well. And yeah, it's just good. And yeah, it just makes people walk slow if they're in the radius as well. It's just, you can freeze stuff. It's really good. Good DMR, good gun as well. Twitch, situational, like as in sometimes she's not that good because you can't destroy their utility if they don't have stuff that you can destroy. But when they do have stuff that you can destroy, it's really good. Like, you can just destroy their utility. She has a good DMR, a good gun. It's really hard to control the recoil, though. But when you get it, when you learn to control the recoil, it's pretty good in my opinion. Probably Twitch at B tier. Valkyrie, um, A or B tier? Chat, I need your help. A or B tier? Valkyrie. Okay, so Valkyrie, you can do a strategy whilst playing with a site that's not the top floor. What you can do is you can go under the site that's not the top floor. You can do it whilst you're at the top floor. So what you do, you go under the site. Doesn't matter what site. It doesn't matter if you're top floor. Stuff what I said about that. You can go under site as long as the floor has a soft floor. You can go under the site or roof. You can go under the site depending on which side it is. You can go under the site. Place a Valkyrie camera on the roof above you, and when you see someone up there, you can ping them, then throw the C4 there and get the elimination. And also, Valkyrie's just really good because she has a lot of intel. You can just place the Valk cams inside. They're small, sort of hard to see. You can just get so much intel. She has a good gun. Deagle for rotates, not rotates. Head holes, C4 as well. Yeah. Okay, Vigil, best roamer in the game in my opinion. You cannot be spotted by drones. Boss G, SMG-12. Really good loadout with the Boss G SMG-12. I already said that, yeah. And impact grenades, free speed, and his ability is just really good. Like, you can't get spotted by any drones or any camera thingies. Anything, cameras or any drones. Yeah, the only thing they can spot you by is drones on attack and cameras, like zero cameras and stuff. But yeah. Wamai, Jaeger's better than Wamai in my opinion. I explained why earlier. I'll say it again because like his thing recharges, so like you get one or two. I think it has two shots or one, and you use it and then it recharges. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it's just better in my opinion because it doesn't detonate as well. Well, mine's still good though. Good gun, impact grenades. Um, yeah, his ACOG did get removed, which he might be A tier or maybe just a bit better. Yeah, he'd probably be A tier, maybe not if he had his ACOG still, but yeah. B tier. He's still pretty good though on my. Warden, situational, like if they're using flashbangs, smoke grenades, sends charges, I'm pretty sure Warden can see through sends charges. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think they're called ROUs, the sense ROUs, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So Warden's pretty good. He has the second best shotgun in the game. I think the Supernova's better. And SMG-12, and he has the MPX as well. And he has like the P10C, I'm pretty sure it's called, which is like a good pistol, has a scope. And there's two pistols that look similar. Like that, what I mean is that pistol looks similar to another one. But yeah, it's a good loadout. C4, his ability's quite good, situational though, depending on if they're using like Ying charges, smoke grenades, flashbangs, sends charges. I'm pretty sure you can see through sends charges, yeah. Ying, S tier. You can throw your candelas, and they just cause so much chaos, bro. Ying has a pretty good LMG. It makes her run quite a decent, a bit slower, but it's still good. I think it has 81 bullets, 61 or 71. I think it's 81 bullets or 51. No, not 51. I think it's 81. 61, 71, or 81. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I think Ying has a primary shotgun as well. I don't normally use that. I've heard that shotgun is kind of good if it's the one I'm talking about, that Knock and Legion has as well. I think it's a good shotgun, but normally don't use primary shotguns on attack. But Ying would be S tier, yeah. Again, the Candelas cause so much chaos, bro. Somewhat decent, pretty good, the decent secondary pistol. And smoke grenades as well, and hard breach charges. Smoke grenades as well just cause more chaos. Really good for quick plants as well, especially with smoke grenades as well. Zero, good for intel, and you can destroy utility. You can pierce through walls with them. A really good gun. He has the MP7 with ACOG, which is really good, and also has the SC3000K, in my opinion. That's one of the best guns in the game. Has a really good fire rate, good damage. Has a pretty decently good fire rate, good damage, and 26 magazine size, I'm pretty sure, which isn't really good, but it's still pretty good. He has claymores, and I think breach charges, maybe hard breach charges, yeah. Hard breach charges and claymores, I think. So I'll put 0 at B tier. But his cameras can be seen and shot quite easily. I think I accidentally moved someone. I think I accidentally moved Twitch. somewhere. I think they were on beta before, though, so it was fine. Zofia, she is a 3 health, but again, that doesn't make an operator bad. It just makes them have a bit of a disadvantage because it um makes them run slower, and the concussion ability is pretty good. It's not that good though. The impact grenades, the ability impact grenade thingies, the ability with the impact thingy, it's quite good. It's not that good though. I'll probably put Zofia at BT. It has a good secondary pistol. I love that pistol, and has claymores and I think breach charges. But yeah, Zofia is pretty good. So this is the final tier list. Yep, this tier list is pretty good in my opinion. This is perfect. This is my perfect tier list. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.